Hey everyone, it's Natavia with Why Be Confused? Because life is already complicated, so why live it in a trance? Today I am here focused on how to develop new habits. I like to be hyper-focused, do everything at one time, and be lazy for the rest of the year, if possible. So I hate doing daily tasks because they go completely against my philosophy, but they can't be ignored. So today I have a couple of apps that actually help me maintain my effectiveness in doing my everyday tasks without driving myself crazy. All right. So first things first, I do have these two apps split between things that are part of my morning routine and things that are part of my irregular habits. So things I do monthly, annually, are in a completely different one. So there's one that I'm checking every day, and then there's one that I check every now and then just to keep up with it. You'll be seeing a brand new layout. I re-downloaded the apps and I input everything all over again, so that way you can see what it looks like without all my tracking. Not to mention, I'm not perfect and I'm kind of a little embarrassed of my tracking to be. So we're gonna start fresh today. Yes, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and start with an app called Coach Me. So Coach Me is a habit tracking app that basically builds off of a community sense. So for example, my first one here is make a bed. If I tap that, and then we have a community of people here discussing how they maintain making their bed every day, what kind of things they need to know. So for example, this first person asked, how often do you clean your sheets? Another person asked, do you think that making your bed every day can lead to other healthy habits? And so there's a community here. You get to see how many times you've checked this in for a week. So my goal is to check in 7 days a week, and I've checked in 0 this week again because I started fresh. And then you get to see everybody who's completed it for the day and their tracking record. Like I think 741 days in a row. Ryan is obviously on it. I could say that he has developed the habit. But it also has a Coach Me feature. And let me see, I don't think it's here on the making a bed because I don't think anybody really needs anything with making a bed. But let's see, exercise, right? I want to have the goal of doing it 3 times a day. People asking questions here. And then there is an option to have a coach for these things. So you go to fitness, and there you go. You get coaches. So let's go the first one, which here is Megan. She's a certified trainer, run coach, nutrition advisor, elite athlete. She says she helps clients improve their metabolism, lose weight, increase performance, and gain more energy. Get healthy, happy, and fit. So you could actually, she's certified for digital coaching. You can learn about her plans and actually pay her to keep you on track. So they're like accountability coaches for these individual habits that you want to build. It's just looking at some of the things other people have looked at and what seems to be the top things people need, like maybe saving money. I'm pretty sure we could all use a coach for that. A financial advisor yelling at us on a daily basis would probably help us stick to our budget a little better. So I just want to demonstrate here how to input a new habit. You want to click the plus button, or the plus sign, And then say your habit is to drink green tea. Let's say you've heard of all the healthy benefits of green tea and you want to start drinking it. There are several green tea drinking groups. Now you'll see how many people are in these groups, and it depends on how social you want to be. If I don't want to really talk to anybody or have any questions answered, I'll just join one, and then one of them that only has like one member in it. But if I want to be very active, I'll go here to the one that has 1.3K and 35 questions. And it goes, what are the benefits? What benefits do you have drinking green tea? Do you still get the benefits of green tea if you use tea bags? You know, and then the community answers these questions. So again, these are not the coaches answering these questions. These are the community and the users of the app answering these questions and kind of supporting each other. You would click join here and you will set your settings for it. So you could set if it's private or not, how many times you want to do it, and when you want to be reminded to do this. So I'm just going to click done because this is not necessarily a goal for me. But then I'm going to come back to the home screen and bam, it's here. Now there aren't any of the little bubbles or the tracking bubbles underneath it because I did not tell it how often I wanted to do this. But for example, making my bed, I want to do 7 days a week. So I went ahead and if I check that, bam, I get one completed tracking bubble. We're going to go ahead and remove that because I don't like lying to myself. And then you can set reminders. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my scheduled reminders so you can see how crazy I am. I talk all the time about scheduling and alerts that are your friends, eliminating notifications that are distracting, and maintaining the notifications that keep you productive. So for example, I have a reminder to make my bed at 11 p.m. on these days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, because as you've seen in another video, I do work graveyard shift, which means I work at 11:30 and I want to have my bed made before I go off to work. So as soon as I get out of the bed, I want to go ahead and make it and then proceed with my job. I listen to podcasts while I'm working, so that's another alert that will come at 11 o'clock. So as I'm making my bed, I go ahead and turn my podcast on and continue with my process. Pomodoro technique is what I actually use to stay productive during my work shift. Drinking water, my little water alerts that come in that let me know when I'm at my halfway mark. And you'll see here, Wednesday, Thursdays are marked for making the bed. And that is because Wednesdays and Thursdays are my days off. So I am not waking up at 11 p.m. to make my bed, so I won't have an alert there, and it makes it more of my responsibility to remember on those days. Do I? No. But I'm trying to develop the habit so that way I will one day. And again, with listening to podcasts, I only work 4 days a week, so I only have that scheduled for the days of the week that I work. And the same with the technique that I use during work and my 4 a.m. water alerts, because I'm still working at 4 a.m. and this reminds me to drink at least half of my daily intake of water by this time. And that's what this alert is. I'm eating at 2 a.m. while I'm working. And then exercise happens at 8:10 a.m. No wonder my system's been off. Again, I don't work Wednesdays and Thursdays, but again, because I work graveyard shift, I get off at 8 a.m. So you'll see that I'll work out on Wednesday at 8 a.m. because I was working on Tuesday. But I'm not working out Thursday or Friday. Not doing it. Floss is one that I just added recently. And so I want to go ahead and mark these to be done daily at noon. No, I don't want noon. I'm going to do 9:20. I want to do 9:20 because after I work out, I take my shower and I want to brush my teeth and floss and then moisturize afterwards. I have Bible study here. I want to do my Bible study at about 10:30 every morning. Again, because I recreated all of these things, some of my scheduling is off. But we're going to do Bible study on the days. The days that I work. I knew something was off. We'll do Bible study like that. I'm messing so many things up. I'm probably gonna have to go back in here and fix this. But yeah, and then after I do my Bible study, I have a morning routine one in here just so I can say I've done all of the things above as scheduled, or the things that I was supposed to do within this day. I now get a check mark for doing a completed morning routine, which makes me so happy. From there, I have my to-do list. After my morning routine, I have to check. Once I've done my morning routine, my Bible study and everything, I do have my to-do list. And then I have a few more things on here that I try to keep as a daily goal: having no sweets, tracking my calories, tracking my mood, praying, trying to get 8 hours of sleep. Oh my gosh. I have a read schedule on here. And then I'm also trying to get into recording audiobooks. I'll tell you guys how that goes. I'm still in the process of learning in that. But yeah, so that's how I go ahead and just maintain all of my little reminders, because I like all the alerts for my productivity stuff, because I really do feel shame if I didn't get it done. So yeah. Here we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next app, which is HabitBull. And as you see, HabitBull has a different layout. Again, they are designed for daily, weekly habit tracking, but I personally use HabitBull for my monthly task. So for example, I like to give back twice a month, filming, editing these videos, prepping my groceries. So when I go grocery shopping for the month, I come home, I chop up all my veggies, I separate my meat based on the meals that they're going to be used for, and I go ahead and put them in the freezer that way. So that way when it's time to cook, because I hate cooking, I can just pour everything out of their individual Ziploc bag into the pot and cook from there. I don't have to spend all that extra time doing the prep work. And then, my husband and I like to go on an elaborate date once a month, just to maintain our sanity and prevent ourselves from killing each other. You'll see here that it keeps track of your streaks, your success percentage, and you can also see that here as well. It has a collaborated success percentage and then the individual one based on the task. There is some community to HabitBull, not very much, and some of the things down here are not very child friendly. Some people have some more adult goals, so I don't really even come down here. But this part here, the must read how to use app, is very important, because they basically tell you how to use the app and meet your deadlines and things of that sort, but also remind you that you don't want to bog yourself down with a bunch of habits. Now, one thing I do not like about HabitBull is that they do put a limit on how many habits you can put on here in the free version. You can only put 5 habits in. When you are using the free version, you have to go premium to put any more in. And that's another reason why I do pair the 2 apps with CoachMe and HabitBull, because I'm not paying for anything. So I'll go ahead and delete one, so that way I can show you how to add it. All right. Oh no, we don't want to go premium. No, I do not want to go premium. Okay, so here, what would you like to change in your life right now? So I want to go ahead and put this under budgeting, right? So Is this a simple yes or no each day? Or is it a number count? Or do you want to use Google Fit to import the information? So I'm just going to go ahead and say a simple yes or no. Did I do this or not? And we're going to make this gold. And I'm going to say give back. How often do I want to do this? Do I want to do it every day? Only some days of the week? Numbers of days per period, or repeating? So I go ahead and go to number days per period. I want to do this twice a month. And then it says, would you like to set a target for this habit? 66 days to success. So that makes October 19th, 2019, my day of success. They say it takes 66 days to create a new habit. I believe them. I'm gonna leave it, and I'm just gonna create this. So now my give back is here. Now, when you go all habits, you can see everything stacked on top of each other based on the week. And this is kind of how it keeps all yours. So if I were to do things all on Monday, all the Mondays would be green. And I could see how well I stayed on track. Again, this app is designed for more daily and weekly tasks. So for me, this feature is not necessary because I'm doing a monthly goal, but you can always go to the monthly view and see a task based on its month view and how successful you were in that month. Sorry, I want to go back to all habits. Here, you can click 1 time for successful, 2 times for unsuccessful, and 3 times to make it go blank again. I personally do prefer Coach Me. I feel like the options for alerts are a lot better. So let me go ahead and show you the alerts here. So we're in film. I want to hit remind, and it gives you the option to do every day. So you can do once daily or repeating. But the repeating is really based on every hour. So I could say every 10 hours, every 30 hours. But of course, you could only every 10 hours and 30 minutes, excuse me. Yeah, so I can only do 12 hours intervals when I need to do like a month interval. But again, I am going rogue. I am not using this app for its intended purpose. So I do not fault them on that. It's just something I wish I had more flexibility in. I think HabitBull is great to use, but again, the limitation of only 5 kind of gets me because I try to do as many as possible. And I know they discourage that because you don't want to make yourself feel bad. So you, by all means, follow their advice. I'm going to continue to go rogue. I do want to just kind of go over the differences. Again, HabitBull only allows up to 5 for their free version. The reminders on Coach Me, in my opinion, are a little better because I get to customize them more. HabitBull does show the percentages, and I do like seeing an actual number percentage on how successful I was versus how many I've done in a row. I need to know how successful I am at maintaining my goal. And then HabitBull does not put you in an automatic community. Now, again, with Coach Me, you can decide to go private or be a part of the community. You could decide to create your own, or you could join one that already has a few members. But I like that HabitBull doesn't really put that in my face to begin with, because some of my tasks, like flossing, I'm not too proud of the fact that I need something to keep me on track with that. I don't floss as much as I should. I'm a grown woman. I need to get my life together. And I don't want the whole world knowing that, although I just said it on YouTube. But I don't really need a community of other people who are terrible at flossing to know this, because there's some like shame associated with it. So there's some things I just don't need to be in a community. There are there is a reason why I do use both. Because as you saw in Coach Me, I have a long list of tasks here. And because these are things I do on a more daily or weekly basis, I want to keep them here without adding too much to overwhelm myself. I feel like if I added any more to this list, I would never get down to the bottom to the monthly task, because I would be so overwhelmed by seeing all the little dots in my success or failure rate that I would completely shut down and give up. So having HabitBull carry a completely different list of things that have a different expectation of me kind of helps me stay on track a little better, because at least if I fall off the bandwagon with Coach Me, I can stay on task with HabitBull and making sure I'm at least doing my monthly task. So it just kind of helps me feel better about my life. And what would I do differently? Honestly, I wish there was a checklist. I wish, for example, for a film, if before I could check it as done, I had a list of things that I could input, where it's like, did you do your script? Did you film in good lighting? You know, whatever it was. So that way I can make sure I am doing the task to completion and not just rushing through it so I can check off. Again, that is more of a self-discipline thing, but it would be really great if the app had it within it, just so I had that extra shame to make sure I do everything the way I'm supposed to. One other thing I would change is in Coach Me, adjusting these tasks is weird. So you're supposed to be able to click these little 3 lines and move it up or down, right? But as you see, sometimes it sticks. When the screen starts scrolling, it starts doing something weird. I'll probably never get audiobooks back down there. There are some where it's like it tries to click, but then it copies, and you don't want to copy. And I don't know if I just got fat fingers or if this is a real issue with the app, but it's so frustrating for me to get things in order. And now I'm kind of mad at myself that I moved audiobooks, because yeah, I'll probably never get that back where I had it. I wish they would switch those little 3 lines with the archive button, because I want to be able to move without hitting the text, just so I can move a little smoother without my finger trying to copy. But I do understand why the archive button is a little further away, because you don't want to archive things by accident all the time. So guys, let me know if this was helpful to you at all. Do you guys use any habit tracking apps? I know bullet journaling is really popular now, but I'm not a drawer, so I would be all upset about how my little icons look in my bullet journal. So this kind of gives me that same feel in my phone. If you guys know of any other apps that may be more beneficial for this, or work a little better, then let me know. I am not sponsored by either of these companies. Nobody pays me, although I wish they would. But if you guys have something that's better, I am all for trying it and possibly doing a review on it. So just let me know in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification so you can hear more from me, because I want to talk to you guys. Oh, that sounds so creepy, but I do. I want to talk to you guys. I want to know what's going on with you guys and really interact. So I do hope you guys enjoyed everything. And again, I hope you guys have a wonderful butterflies and rainbows filled days. Bye, guys.